This week, treasure hunting in Poland.
So you think personally that there is something within these mountains?
I think so. Maybe gold.
Keeping tabs on your bags.
There are an estimated 23 million items of luggage that are lost all around the world each year.
And rebuilding an aviation classic.
It's an old airplane. It's designed 100 years ago. It's very exciting.
The autumn colours of southwest Poland. Peaceful now, but just over 70 years ago, this was a very different place. I'm arriving in a town called Wobrzych. The Czech Republic is only about half an hour's drive away, and in the closing days of the Second World War, this place was on the front line as Soviet forces advanced on the occupying German army.
I'm kind of looking for something very special, but it's a bit muddy and rocky. And I think this is actually it. Yeah.
Somewhere around here, so local legend goes, a train filled with gold was abandoned by the Germans during the closing months of World War II.
It's quite clear to see the train lines there, but this tape, some people believe that this is where the Nazis actually ran a train line right into that hill.
This summer the diggers moved in after radar scanning picked out some suspicious shapes. But in the end, the search had to be abandoned. What looked like a train was nothing more than a rock formation.
Do you believe that there's something around here?
Skarbów jest bardzo dużo w Górach Sowich i na Dolnym Śląsku, natomiast ja w pociąg osobiście nie wierzę.
But there are people who truly believe that there's something
Oczywiście.
hidden in these hills.
Tak, są tacy ludzie.
Deep beneath the hills here, the Germans used thousands of forced labourers to build a series of fortified underground tunnels. They called it the Riese Project, and much of what's left is open to the public to explore. The last tour groups of the day are still down here, but Lukasz takes me off the trail.
It's amazing, isn't it? So this is original track.
Original track.
Amazing tunnels. Oh my gosh. That is remarkable, isn't it? What is this room here?
To jest największa hala w całym projekcie Rizy. 12 metrów wysokości, 100 metrów długości. Mogła być halą przemysłową. Można było przenieść fabrykę pod ziemię i produkować amunicję, broń.
So tell me about the Riese project. What was it all about?
Oficjalna wersja niemiecka mówi, że kwatera dla Adolfa Hitlera i podziemne sztaby dowodzenia. Są jednak tacy, którzy twierdzą, że to nieprawda, że tu daleko od frontów, głęboko pod ziemią, zakłady zbrojeniowe na nowe technologie, nową broń. Ta, która umożliwi wygrać III Rzeszy wojnę.
Despite this summer's failed dig, news of the legend of the gold train has spread, and the area has seen a tourist boom. All three of the hotels in the grounds of Krzon's Castle were fully booked when we arrived, a clear indication of many people's enduring fascination with this dark period of Poland's past.
You can see I've got a couple of souvenirs here and very heavily branded indeed. We've got the old legendary Nazi gold train coming out of the castle there.
So it's quite a big pull here, especially for the tourists. So you think personally that there is something within these mountains?
I think it's something hide, something underground. They will find something, some kind of treasures, a lots of paintings. I think so. Maybe gold. I don't know. It's possible.
No, dla mnie jest to mało prawdopodobne, żeby ten pociąg jednak pozostał na terenach Polski. W związku z tym no, uważam, że moje jest takie zdanie, że tu nigdy nie będzie znaleziony. Ale jest dobrym motywem.
Chcielibyśmy w to wierzyć, bo jest to naprawdę bardzo interesujące, ale no,
to trochę bajka.
To troszeczkę to takie brzmi to tak trochę fantastycznie faktycznie, no, ale także no, odrobinę wiary jeszcze tutaj zachowujemy.
This castle's the biggest attraction locally, and it too is connected to the Riza project. The deep tunnels 50 meters below here are being opened up to tourists next year.
So it's believed that Adolf Hitler was meant to come to Krzon's castle and use it as a stronghold, but he never made it. But it didn't stop him from fortifying structurally some of the rooms here.
It's estimated that 6 million Poles died during World War II, 3 million of them from the country's Jewish community, which was decimated during the Holocaust. And the news of the search for the train has led to an outcry from the World Jewish Congress. Gold and other valuables were often stolen from Polish Jews when they were sent to the Nazi death camps, and there was a call to return any stolen property if the train is ever discovered. Under current Polish law, it would remain the property of the Polish government.
This is what they expect is hidden somewhere in these mountains.
Despite the controversy, a whole tourist industry surrounding the missing train has sprung up in Wobrzych.
Well, the room will take you inside the apartment of Agent Eagle, who's trying to solve the mystery of the gold train. The year is 1944, and you're gonna have to escape the room within 1 hour before the Nazis arrive. So follow me this way. Right. We're gonna close the door behind you.
Okay.
Just your game starts and your time starts whenever the music stops playing. So there are people waiting inside. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Although critics say that the commercialization of the legend undermines the true horrors of the Nazi occupation, others argue that things like the escape room and treasure hunt engage and educate a younger generation who have no direct link with the conflict.
Within the hour. Within the hour.
Either way, whether the train exists or not, it's hoped that the legend will encourage more people to visit this fascinating part of Poland and learn about what happened here during the closing days of the Second World War.
And if you're thinking of visiting Poland in the near future, here's our rundown of things you should know.
Look out for new basement tours of Warsaw's striking palace of culture. It was a present to Poland from Stalin and is loved and hated in equal measure. In recent years, groups have been allowed in to see the charismatic basement levels. You can explore the Gothic hall, the massive foundations, and a special room built to house the palace cats. A major new highlight has to be the Green Velo, a brand new cycling route that takes in the entirety of Poland's eastern border. It passes through the beautiful Mazurian lakes and skirts untouched forests. And this year they even made parts of it glow in the dark. And in the next month or so, Krakow will be buzzing with people heading for the big Christmas markets. It's got all the usual festive food, drinks and gifts, but it's Poland's biggest,